They said it gets bigger over time.
Yeah, that's what I tell all the ladies.
Right? It gets bigger over time.
We all know that's a lie.
But I bought the majority of the stuff I was gonna buy now. What do you mean? You hold it and you spray it? Yeah.
Great idea. Love to see it.
Oh yeah.
Wow, all soaked.
And now I'll blow it while you.
Sauce.
Just move and blow, boys. Move and blow. So this red shit
Don't say it's not premium content.
is
Lubricant.
real good stuff. If you're ever in a pinch, ask me how I know. It's from experience.
How do you know?
Fuck.
Is that what you do? Is that how you know?
Yeah.
From fuck.
So what else?
One eternity later.
Wow. Gorgeous.
Chef's kiss.
More?
I mean, start rubbing it in and I'll put it on for you. This
Ew,
whole
it's
thing is
super
getting
sticky,
super
bro.
sauce.
Why is it so sticky?
Assembly lube.
This is your first time?
First time. No, that's a rookie. That's a rookie right there. First time.
Actually is.
Is this your first cam ever?
Yeah. First time I've ever taken a motor part. this
First
far.
cam, first time
Yeah.
being on cam. You know, it's just LS. You're not doing a whole lot.
It was so easy. Yeah. Just like, it would have been way easier if the motor was out of the car.
Set up good. Oh, yes.
So easy. It's so easy.
You don't want to mess with that. You don't know. You just gotta get really close.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, yeah.
Spin it a couple times.
You spin me right now.
That's right here. That's good. She fits nice in here. Dude, it's like air filter oil. For a dirt bike. That's it. That's what cam is this?
Stage 3 drift cam, boy.
You talked to
He's
Steve?
tight.
Jesus.
Alright guys, we got the new cam in last night. Justin and Kyle came, hang out for a bit, helped out. All went pretty smooth. I'd say the only tough part is trying to get this sprocket pinned. But if you put a bolt in first before you press it onto the cam, it helps keep the cam pushed out and instead of it being pushed in when you try to install this. So if that makes sense. So that helped. Oil pump went on good, just the O-ring down here. I was trying to press the pickup tube into the oil pump by hand and it wasn't really going in. So we decided to just thread the bolt in a little bit and then push it in with the bolt and it went in super smooth after that. So no problems there. If you are doing an oil pump, make sure you replace that O-ring because you don't, you could lose your oil pressure. But I cannot wait, guys. This thing's gonna be so choppy and sound pretty sick. Just cleaned up the engine cover, took the front main seal out, and I cleaned up where it goes onto the block. So gonna put the new gasket on, gonna put some RTV on the bottom for where it mates up here. And that'll be it for the cam install. What's up everyone, we're back. Getting ready to put the new heads on. Me and Justin just put the new springs, retainers in. Looks pretty good, wasn't too bad.
Get yourself one of these boys. She's old, but she does the job. It literally it probably took us what, like
30 minutes.
yeah, and that's with
Yeah.
the bullshit around. a
So
little
you
bit,
just
too.
compress the old springs out. These were here. Compress it, take the retaining clips out.
Keepers.
Keepers, yeah. Sorry, my terminology sucks. But yeah, it's good. I just cleaned up everything a little bit more. Got the new gasket on. Looking minty fresh. We are gonna put the passenger side on now. And not video the driver because that's gonna be a little rougher, I think.
Find that dowel pin.
She on. She is in. Got the heads torqued down. All other hardware is installed, torqued down. She spins tight, look good. How tight is she, Justin?
She's definitely not no hot dog down a hallway. She's probably 13.
13?
That's pretty gross, actually. She's good.
So I got another intake over here, LS6 intake. We're gonna put that on. I don't have my injectors on yet, so gotta wait for those to show up to put the rails on and everything. But new water pump will be put on. Maybe get the belts back on. Start buttoning her up. All right, guys, it's been a long day. Started at about 11. It's almost 7 now. And I'm sorry for not videoing more, but we were just going to town assembling this motor. So without further ado, she is pretty much done. Stage 3 Michigan Motorsports Cam, 243 ported heads, LS6 intake manifold, complete. And that was 4 days pretty much. Yesterday I was hoping to get some other stuff done, but I had a lot of trouble with the harmonic balancer. I won't get into it too much, but basically I stripped the crank threads. I know, it was my own fault. Something doesn't seem right, stop. But I tapped it, I tapped the crank and was really careful putting the new bolt on, and I had to kind of re-drill my pinholes because it wasn't perfectly lined up. I torched the balancer before I put it on and put a little bit of oil on the crank, and it finally went on. So that's on, torque down. I mean, everything's solid. I'm a little worried because it's not the cleanest environment and it's definitely not perfectly clean inside the motor, but I'm gonna throw some oil in it before we start it, get it hot, and then immediately do an oil change. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy, guys. I'm super pumped. Shooting for like 420-ish wheel, 420 torque. That would be awesome. But yeah, that's it for the assembly. I gotta wait on some parts. I'm getting the headers coated this week and a few other odds and ends, some PCV hoses. But after that, she'll be ready to start. I might wrap the starter in some like heat blanket because the headers get super hot and can fry the starters that way. But yeah, I just tossed the radiator in, went in pretty easy. I mean, it's crazy how much you can get done in a couple days. But yeah. Oh, and head studs went in. Can't probably see them, but they're all good. Definitely recommend getting a Allen socket for that, because the ARP studs are pretty hard to turn. You can't do it by hand. So torque down to 80 foot-pounds. I went to 82. I just needed that extra peace of mind. The heads were decked, but they've been sitting for a long time, so they weren't the best. I'm gonna hope for the best, that I don't blow a head gasket, but if I do, I know how to do it now, so no biggie. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the alternator off until I get the headers on. Just a little bit more room that way. My shop's a mess. I can't wait to clean it after, that's for sure. Get all this junk out of here and whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night there. Wait on a few more parts and hopefully start it by the end of the week. And then it'll be time to put the drivetrain in. I gotta do the spool kit. That'll be a separate video on its own, just a more in-depth video, because I don't see any on YouTube, so I think that'll be informative. But yeah, super happy with how it's coming. Yesterday was definitely frustrating with the balancer. I was about ready to cry, honestly, but we're all good. We all good in the hood. Got a little surprise for you today. I spent the weekend driving to New York and back in the big ass snowstorm we got. And we have a new member in the shop. His name's Nick. Say what's up.
What's going on?
He's my buddy from New York. He wanted to move out of that shithole and come to the next shithole, which is Michigan. So we out here. He brought his project for probably 3 years now.
Been a long freaking
AKA get that shit started. 94?
Yeah.
94 Mustang GT. Got the works. He's doing a complete custom wiring. Fortunately, this scraped through at the move, but we can get that powder coated. He would like to go twin turbo at some point, is what I've heard, but he has to get it running first. That's the goal. But I remember, like, when I was in New York, I had an R6, a bike, and he was following me, and I was pinned on the highway, just wrenching through gears, and he was right behind me the whole way. I had no idea how this car was that fast, but
Nobody ever knew.
nobody ever knew. Maybe it's because he's so light. Alright, y'all. If you can't tell, I'm nervous as heck. So we ran into a little issue with the passenger valve cover. Here's my other one. Since they're different rockers, and I don't know if it has to do with the cam or anything, they were hitting the baffles on both sides. So what did I do? Deleted those bitches. I took the baffle out completely and grinded the metal down. Just because I went to fill the oil and oil was dripping out of the valve cover gasket, so. It'll be fine for now, but that might be a modification, probably catch can or something down the road. But other than that, I just put oil in it, so I didn't forget it like Cletus. I think she's ready, boys and girls. I don't have the fans connected, which should be fine for the radiator. Got new gas in it, everything looks connected. Got some new PCV hose.
That's OEM Plus.
OEM Plus.
OEM Plus. It's the best stuff you can get.
Oh yeah. I am very nervous, but I guess there's nothing left to do but to do it. So Let's give it a shot.
Well, you either fire it up now or you wait forever. Say, if you want. Mingy, this guy. Who has keys anymore?
Push to start? Oh,
Yeah, you need push to start.
business.
There we go. You need push to start like the Mustang.
Fuck, dude. Are you sure I can do this?
I have full confidence. I mean, I wasn't here for the rest of it, so the only thing I really saw was...
If I need to turn it off.
Okay, I'll start screaming. I'll start screaming like there's no tomorrow. Like somebody's cutting my leg off. Yeah, fire it up there, bud. Does it always sound like it has a huge vacuum leak? It sounds like it's sucking a lot of air from somewhere.
Holy shit.
Thing's fucking loud, dude. I mean, I don't
I
really...
didn't want to turn it off because the oil pump's probably not primed yet.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Holy shit.
That
dude.
thing's fucking loud.